Good afternoon. This is The Rundown, where headlines hit harder, stories go deeper, and the truth doesn't hide behind the noise. I'm Brian Taylor, and in the next few minutes, we're cutting through the clutter to bring you what matters most: fast, clear, and unfiltered news. From power moves in politics to breakthroughs shaping our world, this isn't just the news. This is The Rundown. Before we dive in, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment. Drop a comment and let us know what you think about the trial so far. And if you're curious about the gear, books, and tools we trust, check out our top picks at the link tree in the description below. Now let's dive into the video. Viewer discretion advised. The following content contains mature subject matter that may be disturbing or triggering to some viewers. It includes references to sexual violence, abuse, and other adult themes. This material is intended for adult audiences only and is not suitable for children. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. If you may find this content upsetting, you may choose not to continue watching. Pop star Justin Bieber has officially spoken out amid Sean Diddy Combs' ongoing sex trafficking trial, and while he's making it clear that he wasn't a victim, his message leaves no room for doubt: someone was. In a new statement from Bieber's camp, the singer confirmed he was not among the alleged victims of Diddy, but his team emphasized, quote, "There are individuals who were genuinely harmed by him." The rep added that turning the spotlight away from those who were affected only undermines the justice they deserve. Now, this all comes as Diddy faces serious charges: sex trafficking, racketeering, and transporting individuals for prostitution. The music mogul has pled not guilty, but testimony is piling up in a case that's already shaken the industry. Back to Bieber, he and Diddy go way back. A clip from 2009 recently resurfaced, showing a 15-year-old Bieber spending 48 hours with Diddy. In it, Diddy gives him a tour of his Lamborghini, and teases handing it over when Bieber turns 16. The two also joked about getting girls, a moment that now reads very differently given today's context. At the time of Diddy's arrest last fall, sources say Bieber had distanced himself, instead focusing on family life after welcoming his son with wife Haley. But with Diddy's trial dominating headlines, his silence was growing louder, until now. So while Bieber says he wasn't a victim, he's making sure people remember that others were, and that, he says, is where the focus should stay. Also, in more Diddy news, who's deciding Diddy's fate? Let's break down the 12 men and women behind one of the most high-profile trials of the year. Sean Diddy Combs is currently facing serious federal charges: sex trafficking, racketeering, and transporting individuals across state lines for prostitution. And the people deciding whether the music mogul walks free or ends up behind bars? A panel of 12 New Yorkers has been officially sworn in to review the evidence and decide the outcome of the case. Let's break down who they are. The panel includes 8 male and 4 female jurors, with ages ranging from their early 30s to mid-70s. All of them residents of New York's Southern District, and every one of them holds at least a college degree. Some even have master's degrees, and one juror holds a PhD in molecular biology. Professionally, they come from all walks of life, from deli clerks and social workers to scientists and investment analysts. And yes, many admitted they'd heard about the allegations against Combs before being selected, but they all insisted it wouldn't impact their ability to be fair. Let's take a closer look at some of the jurors. A 31-year-old investment analyst who saw the 2016 video of Combs allegedly assaulting his ex, singer Cassie Ventura. A 39-year-old Bronx social worker who's worked on domestic violence cases. A 51-year-old scientist with a PhD who said he knew a little about the allegations. A 68-year-old retired man who had previously watched Combs' reality series, Making the Band, and had also viewed the 2016 video in question. The youngest juror, a 30-year-old from the Bronx, that's a deli clerk. The oldest of the jurors is a 74-year-old treatment coordinator that helps people working in Manhattan that have disabilities. There are also 6 alternates standing by, 4 men and 2 women, just in case someone from the main jury pool has to step out. It took nearly a week to sift through over 600 candidates. The judge in charge, Arun Subramanian, handed out extensive questionnaires asking about familiarity with a very long list of celebrities who might come up during the trial, including Kanye West, Kid Cudi, Michael B. Jordan, and even members of Danity Kane. In the judge's own words, it felt like reading the cast list for The Lord of the Rings. Not every potential juror made the cut. Some were dismissed for inconsistent answers, others for saying they believed Diddy could buy his way out of a guilty verdict. One man admitted he smokes marijuana nightly and said it would be hard to stop. He was also dismissed. As this is a federal case, no media coverage is allowed inside the courtroom. That means no live streams, no footage, and no public recordings. Just like R. Kelly's federal trial, this one is off limits to cameras. Some of the accusers will testify anonymously to protect their identities, and we're expecting more high-stakes testimony as the trial moves forward. The jury isn't sequestered, but they've been given strict orders not to consume media coverage or discuss the case with anyone. Their decision will be the final word in a trial that could change the course of Diddy's legacy, and perhaps open up even more conversation about accountability in the entertainment industry. While traditional reporters in press suits deliver daily updates from the Sean Diddy Combs federal trial, there's a whole other scene playing out just steps away from the courthouse. It has the vibe of a virtual block party rather than a traditional press corps. Armed with smartphones, ring lights, and bold personalities, social media creators are turning the sidewalk into their own studio. Think TikTokers, podcasters, YouTubers, some dressed in red wigs and designer gear, others in ripped jeans and Kermit the Frog hats, all reporting on the trial in real time but with a twist. Their audiences aren't necessarily looking for objectivity. Take Samson Crouppen, for example. He's a comedian turned commentator from LA who's never covered a court case in his life, until now. With nearly 500,000 followers on TikTok, Crouppen has gone viral with his satirical daily Diddy-lations, where he nicknames Combs the Diddler and claims he's offering the kind of independent journalism that mainstream media just can't match. One of his trial recaps? Over 2.8 million views. Crouppen doesn't pretend to be perfect. He owns up when he makes mistakes. But he knows that the chaos of trial coverage mixed with viral gaffes only fuels engagement. Then there's Emily Hagan, a trained journalist with a more straight-laced approach. She's raised thousands from her followers on Substack and Instagram to report from New York, where she's been digging into the case and even capturing eyebrow-raising moments. Like interviewing a woman who said she was offered cash to wear a pro-Diddy shirt outside the courthouse. That video? It's now racked up over 3.6 million views. Hagan says she tries to stay factual, but admits that for a lot of people that's not what they're tuning in for. They want drama. They want spectacle, she says. The trial, which centers around federal sex trafficking and racketeering charges, has featured testimony from high-profile names like Cassie Ventura and Kid Cudi. Diddy maintains his innocence, and his legal team argues the sex was consensual. Still, creators like Hagan and Crouppen are drawing bigger audiences than some legacy outlets. And this shift in attention isn't just about celebrity cases. Pew Research reports that more than 50% of TikTok users now rely on the app as a regular source of news. That shift is echoing through politics too. Influencers are now moderating political discussions, being invited to the White House and getting exclusive interviews with presidential candidates. Even during the 2024 campaign, both Trump and Kamala Harris hit influencer-led podcasts to connect with younger voters. Seton Hall communications professor Jess Rauchberg says it comes down to trust. People are tired of corporate news. They want something that feels more authentic. That authenticity is what drives creators like Lauren LaRosa, a senior producer for The Breakfast Club and host of her own show The Latest with Lauren LaRosa. She's been covering the Diddy trial outside the courthouse, mixing legal analysis with fashion commentary. One moment she's breaking down how Diddy's legal team grilled a witness. Next, she's sharing what bracelets she wore that day. Her audience? They want the facts, sure. But they also want her. As LaRosa puts it, people aren't just following for the news, they're following the person telling it. Thanks for watching. Stay with us for your up-to-date news. We'll be following the Diddy trial as well as other hot news topics. For the rundown, I'm Brian Taylor. Stay sharp, stay tuned.